Thank you for clicking play on the video. I'd like to ask you to click the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so that you can get alerted every time we bring out great content. Thanks. Hey YouTube comic community, this is Jimmy the Geek Aficionado back with another episode of Will Work for Comics. This is part 2 of my $4,000 comic book haul. And we're going to continue on with DC Comics. This is the rest of the DC books that I picked up. Some older stuff, some newer stuff in here. And as you can see, a super amazing, clean, sharp copy of Crisis on Infinite Earths number 7. This is the Death of Supergirl. Now, I have a copy of this signed by George Perez and Marv Wolfman. I love it. It didn't grade that high. I think it was a 9.0, but we're going to go for having a 9.6 or a 9.8 out of this guy, and hopefully have that as a nice big winner right next to it. Great cover. Been reproduced many times. Pieta cover with the cast of DC in the background, which is very, very cool. Keeping with the modern stuff. Here we got another key. Legends 6-part miniseries, issue number 1. This is the first appearance of Amanda Waller, who runs the Suicide Squad. That gets re-debuted here in issue number 3. So this is the first appearance of the modern Suicide Squad with Blockbuster and Captain Boomerang and a few others. I want to say, yeah, because this is the Ostrander miniseries, so this fades into the Ostrander run of Suicide Squad, which is arguably the best run that they had in for that team. Obviously, you know, people love the Harley Quinn stuff, but yeah, that was solid. He did a great job writing that particular series. All right, so let's get into some old stuff. Here's a book that could use some work. This is we're going to do some Superman here. This is Action Comics number 303. This is a red kryptonite story. See what happens when red kryptonite changes Superman into the monster from Krypton. It should be pretty interesting to read. A lot of Supergirl up in this group. This is issue number 373 with the Superman family, a giant size. Now, one thing to note, these giant size books, they have the 80-page giants and they have some other ones, but they're notated here as G57, right under the giant, as well as being the fact that they are an inline series issue for Action Comics. So this one obviously more about Supergirl than anybody else. But she's got some Legion stuff in there, as well as Streaky and Crypto fighting. It's always a good time, right? Moving along, now we're getting a little bit later into the Silver Age. This is a 12-cent issue number 375, starring Superman and Supergirl. This is Action number 399 with all the dead Supermans. All right, so we're going to change pace a little bit. Still staying pretty super. This is Action Comics number 300, featuring Superboy and Tales of the Legion of Superheroes. If you're not familiar, Legion of Superheroes debuted in Adventure Comics shortly before this particular issue. I want to say it was in the late 200s, and you get your first appearance of Mon-El, emerging from the Phantom Zone. This is where he joins the Legion of Superheroes. He originally debuted in an earlier issue of Adventure Comics, if I recall right, and I'll notate which issue that was. But cool, minor key to have from the Silver Age. It's a little beat up, but we'll see what we can do to make it look a little bit better. All right, we're keeping with the A's. This is Aquaman number 16. with featuring Aqualad. We got a nice shot of Mara over here getting all upset because Aquaman's chasing an alien there. We'll see how that works out for him. We have the Atom number 5. So this is an early issue. It's pretty beat up. It's definitely seen some abuse. It got a stapled attachment here and some spine split and a little bit of creasing. But it's an early issue of the Atom, so I don't mind it as much, at least until I can find a nicer copy. Same with this one here. This is issue number 8. Finding a lot of these DC superhero books in the early single-digit issues in high grade is usually a challenge. This one features Dr. Light, who was a Justice League villain at the time. I think we've exhausted our super ones. Maybe there's some more in here. Yeah, there's some more in here later, but we're just gonna move alphabetically and get into Detective Comics, issue number 318, featuring Catman and this is Batwoman, who becomes Catwoman. Yeah, figure that one out. And issue number 319. Looks like we got Batman on Mount Rushmore. That should be interesting to try to explain. Of course, if we saw Batman on Mount Rushmore, I don't think too many people would be upset about that. All right, back to the Supermans. Issue number 230. These are 15-cent issues. These are where we cross over from Silver into Bronze Age. This is a great cover. Neil Adams, fantastic cover. Issue number 234. I have another copy of this. It's not as great a shape. This one is just absolutely beautiful. It's marked as a fine because it needs a press and clean, but just great shape. Just really is. Super bright colors, just across the board. Good looking book. Issue number 235. He's chasing somebody, but we'll find out when we read The Devil's Harp. Now, here's something you don't find a lot of. Annuals. At least, early annuals. So this is an 80-page giant. It's also Giant Size Superman Annual number 7. Like I said, these don't come across very often. And when they do, they're usually trashed. I mean, just absolutely wrecked. So finding some like in VG and up can be a bit of a challenge. This is Superman Annual number 8. Like I said, just difficult to find. Lots of stories in there. Usually it's reprints and stuff like that, but this is untold stories, so that means that these are some fresh new stories that were created. We got the origin of Green and Red Kryptonite, which is huge. Origin of Mxyzptlk. So those are good things to have. And then, even more difficult, we got an 80-page giant. This is issue number 14, featuring Lois Lane and Superman's other girlfriends. Lori the Mermaid, Cleopatra, Supergirl. We're going to leave that one alone and not talk about why Supergirl might be his girlfriend in this issue. Or maybe it's just Lana that we're talking about. Who knows? But I think they might have wanted to think that one through a little bit. Early Lois Lane, Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane. This is issue number 58. All right, we'll pull these. And we'll get into yet another early annual, Giant Size Lois Lane Annual number 2. With Batwoman Lois Lane, Housemaid Lois Lane, Kryptonite Vision, Elastic Lass, Alien Lois, and Movie Star. So this really kind of reminds me more of the Jimmy Olsen stuff, right? Because you read the Superman's friend Jimmy Olsen, and there's all of these different crazy Jimmy Olsens, where he takes on different superpowers. One of them was Elastic Lad. Kind of funny. All right, and rounding out the rest of the Super Friends, or should I say Super Family, Superboy number 73. Pretty clean copy, for the age, looking pretty sharp. This is a 10-cent Superboy, right? So that means that it came out in the I want to say late 50s. So any 10 center you can track down, usually a solid case. And you can see here, this is issue number 97. We've already switched over to 12-cent editions. Still, I mean, they're all considered to be Silver Age, not, you know, bronze or not atomic or golden age at this stage, even though those were part of it. But these are definitely falling in the Silver Age category. But saving the best for last on this one. This is a huge book, absolutely huge. It's in not excellent shape, but finding them is more of the challenge than actually having them. Superboy, number 68, the first appearance of Bizarro. Now, I've heard contention about whether or not this is actually the first appearance of Bizarro, because it's not the first appearance of Bizarro in a Superman comic, right? Because he's a boy, but the fact of the matter is this is the first time that a villain is named Bizarro and appears with Superman or Superboy in any incarnation on the cover. So, facts, first appearance of Bizarro. Done. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you soon.